The overall goal of this procedure is to perform MR imaging in children and adolescents during the performance of an emotional oddball task. This is accomplished by first designing a child-appropriate emotional oddball task. The second step is to allow participants to practice performing the task in a mock scanner environment. Next, the participants perform the same task in the MRI scanner. The final step is to analyze the behavioral and imaging data. Ultimately, functional imaging during the emotional oddball task in schizophrenia first-degree relatives is used to show decreased activation in fronto-striate circuitry in response to target stimuli in at-risk children and adolescents.
The main advantage of this technique is that it allows for non-invasive imaging of the brains of children and adolescents while they are engaged in cognitive functions.
Although this method can provide insight into schizophrenia, it can also be applied to other developmental psychiatric illnesses such as bipolar disorder or autism or other brain disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder. Generally, individuals new to performing this method will struggle because there are many steps to creating the experimental design, acquiring the images, programming the analysis and image processing pipelines, and applying the correct experimental designs to their project. Participating children and individuals with neuropsychiatric conditions also experience difficulty because the procedures require them to remain still during a typical MRI session while completing behavior tasks. In addition, the procedures requires clear communication and information dissemination between experimenter and participant, which requires a considerable amount of training.